Hi, this is Caroline Lieberman. I'm standing here with Dr. Susan Lee, who had a passion. She is a breast cancer surgeon. She wanted to create a peaceful space where she could bring some of the breast cancer patients that come to see her. And it's happened. I've known about this for 2 years, and now finally her dream is happening. So talk to me a little bit about why you really did want this and what you want to achieve here.
Sure. So several years ago, I've been living out here for about 10 years, and I realized that patients were going out west and having to travel tremendous distances to get high quality and the latest care in breast surgery. Not just cancer, but anything benign, as long as it's not a plastic sort of surgery. That's what I do anyway. And I wanted to create a place where patients could go and they would know that they were going to get the best quality care and the latest technology with a great team. And I wanted a nice place. And initially I was with the office in urology, which wasn't ideal. And so I went to Northwell and I said I would love a great space where a patient can come, and it's so much about the environment, and where they could come and have a serene sort of environment in an otherwise very stressful time in their lives. And so we had a big fundraiser about a year and a half, which you are aware of, at David Yerman in the city, and that was started the seed money in terms of starting the renovations. And it's taken about a year for all the renovations, but we're finally here, and I have a wonderful team, and now patients can be don't have to get on the LIE or have to travel long distances and be guaranteed that they're going to have a wonderful environment with top-notch care.
What if people who live a little further down Long Island, what if they do want to travel to come to you? What is it that you feel you're going to offer for them here rather than them going somewhere more in the neighborhood where they live?
Sure. So a few things. There are other places where you can have breast surgery, but I am fellowship trained. All I do is breast surgery. I work with a wonderful plastic surgeon, and we are the only institution or program this far out east that offers free flap reconstruction. I also think that we integrate the latest technologies such as lymphedema monitoring with machines. Lymphedema is arm swelling that you can get, unfortunately, when you have lymph node surgery. So we use what's called bioimpedance spectroscopy. That's a mouthful. But anyway, it's a machine to catch lymphedema before it becomes too progressive where it can't be reversed. We also work with with another doctor who is specialty is exercise oncology. So we're finding that exercise is such an important part of decreasing the likelihood of recurrence. So that's another program we've initiated. We have a high-risk program. We also have special machines in the operating room that will three-dimensionally check what we remove so that there's less of a chance for a patient to have to come back. We have on-site, this is some things that are offered at other places too, but we do have genetic testing. And also being part of a big healthcare system like Northwell, we have the luxury of having tumor board meetings or discussions with the rest of the institution, and genetic counseling and all the things that a large healthcare system can offer, but in a much more intimate setting.
Well, it's wonderful for you that you totally have them behind you.
They do. They've been very supportive.
They've realized the necessity of you creating a special space.
Yes. So we've been very, very fortunate to have this space. And when I started here about 5 years ago full-time, we were seeing less than 10 to 20 breast cancers at the hospital at Peconic Bay, where I do all my surgeries. And sadly, we will be close to 100 this year.
Sadly.
Because that means, a lot of patients are getting diagnosed. But then on the flip side, it also means that we're doing our job and they don't feel the need to have to travel long distances to be guaranteed great care. And all I needed was a great environment and where to support that sort of care. And we finally have it.
Well, obviously, patients have got great confidence in you, and they're relaxed when they come to you because I think you have that kind of personality as well.
Well, I hope so. I hope so.
I know I think anyone who's artistic or who paints and creates has that warm, empathetic feeling. I'm looking around in here. All of the artwork that's in here, well, that's not.
That is
Oh,
mine
it
too.
is?
It is.
Oh, goodness. Okay. So, everything, I mean, does it have any particular meaning for you?
So I wanted to create a very peaceful, serene environment. I didn't want the stock poster photos where you walk in and you're like, oh, it's another doctor's office. I wanted to be more spa-like, I guess, almost. And I was also on a budget, so I couldn't get real art, but I love art itself. And so I would get all these ideas. And for instance, the moss art that's there, I got the inspiration from a live living plant wall at the Charles de Gaulle airport. So that's how I came up with that. And I just wanted a very nice flow. And I also, as you can see, there's plants here and orchids. So there's nothing
Living.
here. They're
Everything is
living,
living.
or dried, had lived at some point.
So if people came along and wanted to invest in this, wanted to make a donation,
Sure.
what more would you want to do than what is already here?
So I think the first thing, I had to have priorities. So for instance, one of my main priorities was getting new exam tables because the ones we had didn't go up and down and they weren't very comfortable. And so I wanted to be very sensitive to that. And so that's where those are expensive. I think looking around, I would probably change the color of the chairs in the waiting room. I mean, these are nice chairs, but they're black. I'd probably go with more grayish or beige, a little more serene of a color. So cosmetically, that's it. Thankfully, through donations, we're going to get an ultrasound machine.
Yes, I think I saw that Rotary made lovely donations.
Exactly.
Yeah.
And eventually, I would love to have a space here where we can have wigs and bras, so patients don't have to travel all the way to Smithtown or Patchogue or even further west to get that. So that would be nice to have a little boutique area here, too.
So if patients come in and they are a little stressed, is there anything like getting a massage, something soothing?
So, as I had mentioned, we do have exercise oncology here. We also work with an acupuncture doctor, too.
Okay.
So we can refer to him. We work with other places, support groups. There's exercise, yoga classes. There's also, I would love to get, you bring up a good point. I think that rather than treating just the disease, that it would be great to treat include the whole person. So it would be nice to have an area where you can do meditation, and
Absolutely.
we do have people who are in private businesses that we can refer people to. So it's not just about treating the breast disease, but we want to think about it more holistically and I say holistically with a WHOLIS.
But it might be nice to sometimes be able to bring those people.
Yes, so we are working
Here.
on that too.
That's a
So we're just
wonderful idea.
getting started.
Well, this
so,
is the beginning
Yes.
of something, but
exactly.
it's amazing. It's
Thank you,
amazing.
thank you.
I have friends who've gone through breast cancer, and I know the enormous stress they go through, and to feel comfortable in the place they go to and the doctor that they're working with.
It's a tremendous
huge.
responsibility, but at the same time, I'm grateful that I'm able to do something like this. I think one of the nicest compliments that I received was from a patient who actually went to a major cancer center in the city, who I won't recommend. I won't not recommend, but I won't mention.
Okay.
They went to a family friend who knew what I was doing out here, and they are a very famous breast surgeon, and they were told, she can offer you everything we can, so don't bother traveling. And to me, that was like the ultimate compliment, and I'm so glad we've achieved that.
Wow, that's wonderful. So, and I know you are always on top of the latest innovations, technology. I know that you travel a little to conferences in other parts of the world to learn as much as you can and possibly even teach them as well.
Sure. So there's national and international meetings, and there's so much information coming out on breasts and so much progress, and it's amazing how it has evolved in terms of what used to be done before. As for now, I think we're individualizing and we're treating the person and the disease rather than just making it very cookie cutter. I've also given talks all over the world. My last one was in Abu Dhabi. And it really makes you stay on top of things, and it's just, you just have to.
Well, I think when women hear your story and a lot of the things that you do, it's going to make them feel more comfortable and confident to come and have a consultation with you. And it's a scary disease.
It's truly, yes, and if we can do anything to make it less scary, that's our job. And it's not about me. I have a wonderful team. I have a great nurse practitioner.
I've met some of them, and they all love you.
And
they all love her. So that says something about Dr. Susan Lee.
So yeah, it's not just about one person. It really is about the team, and it's taken this long to build that team.
You have created that.
It's been very rewarding to finally come to this.
This is you. This was your baby, and we want women who are going through this difficult time to know that there is somewhere that they can go where the people are going to be warm and compassionate and...
Exactly. Somewhere close. That's the main goal, where they can do that.
Well, congratulations,
Thank you.
Dr. Lee.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you again. This is Caroline Lieberman